Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, smash the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button. Guys, I just want to say it is absolutely baking outside. I'm in my car just outside the gym before I start training. I thought I'd do a quick video. I thought I'd let you guys have some of my mind. You know, I saw the reaction to my Ennis and Errol Spence and Terence Crawford video. A lot of you guys are getting... Some of my comments really irritated a few people, saying that I think Jaron Ennis will destroy Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Some of you didn't like what I had to say. Some of you think that maybe I'm giving someone like Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, I'm giving Ennis a bit too much credit, and someone like, disrespecting Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Absolutely not. Those two are great fighters. Those two are some of the great welterweights of the modern era. They're great fighters, no doubt about it. They're guys that I deserve a lot of respect, deserve a lot of credit. You know, they're guys that, for me, are two of the best welterweights of the modern generation. Without question, I don't think you can kind of deny their greatness and what they've done in the modern era. I think those two both deserve a lot of respect and credit for what they've done, in the welterweight division. I think Errol Spence's resume at welterweight is unbelievable, and definitely right now you probably have to put him at #1 in the welterweight division just because of the names that he's beaten, the resume that he's acquired. And his last fight was absolutely outstanding against Ugas. You know, his performance was nothing short of sublime, we should say. And I say you have to respect that. You have to respect it, what Errol Spence has done. But in Jaron Boots Ennis, I see something very special. I see something that I don't really get carried away with boxers. I see, you see a lot of boxers, young coming guys, people are carried away with Morel, people are carried away with Benavidez, people are carried away with guys that, I'm not carried away by. I'm pretty harsh on certain fighters, but this dude, Jaron Boots Ennis, my goodness. Stephen, my man, said I'm not getting carried away with the hype. You should, because this boy, Stephen, is going to knock your boy Errol Spence out. He's going to knock him out. I'm telling you guys now, this guy is the real deal. This guy is the real deal. I know talent when I see it. And I don't care whether people say, "Oh, Imran, you've never boxed," or "You've never boxed." Like, listen, bro, I've been watching boxing a long time, and that kid, Teddy Atlas, hit the nail on the head. That Jaron Boots Ennis is probably the best welterweight in the world. He probably beats everybody. And when you get guys like Teddy Atlas, who's been in the game for so long, saying that, saying how good Jaron Boots Ennis is, saying how talented that kid is, believe me, Teddy knows the game. Teddy knows how good, Teddy's seen millions of boxers come through. Hundreds of boxers come through, and if Teddy Atlas is already putting a guy that's never operated at the top, never fought the best guys, and he's already saying he probably beats everybody, but we need to see it. And I agree, we need to see it, but he beats everybody. That's the thing, that I just don't see how Spence and Crawford beat that. I don't care about the fact that people like you are going to say, "Oh, well, Imran, he's fought cab drivers, he's fought nurses, he's fought this." I don't care who he's fought. My eyes don't lie to me. The only thing is, if with how talented this kid is, the only way he's not going to beat the guys that I'm saying he's going to beat is if he ain't got a chin, or he ain't got heart. That's the only way that he doesn't beat those guys. But when I look at his skill set, how fluid he is, how smooth he is, how fast he is, how good footwork he's got, the punching power he's got, the size of the man at welterweight, I'm sorry, no one beats him. No one beats him. The only question is whether the man's got a chin. If he's got a chin, you might as well forget about it. You might as well pack your bags and go home and give this guy all the welterweight titles. You might as well, because you ain't beating him. You ain't beating this guy. He is a great fighter. Ennis is one of the most talented fighters I've ever seen. I've been watching boxing for about 12, 13 years now, and I ain't seen a fighter that talented. Probably, you know, you could say since Roy Jones. Like, he's so for a guy at 24 years of age to be so mature, be so poised in the ring, to be so calm, and he's like, he knows he's great. Do you know what I mean? He's so calm. He's like, he's just brilliant. He's just brilliant. I don't see how anyone's gonna stop this machine. You know, and like I said, man, I'm so excited about the future of Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis will clean out Spence and Crawford. He is the best welterweight out there right now, you know. And it's bizarre to say that because Spence and Crawford are so good that you wouldn't even dare say anyone coming through would beat them. Like someone that hasn't even operated at world level yet, really. Like he hasn't operated against the best. Like he's not even had a win like Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman. And, you know, and I'm saying that he's the best in such a strong division. To say that is kind of a bizarre, but such the talent of this man, such that the guy oozes class. He is special. He is special. Boots Ennis is special. You better start getting used to this kid on your screens, on your, like, this guy is trust me when I say it, he is special. Believe me, Jaron Boots Ennis is the truth. He is the truth. I can't see any welterweight, you know. Look, Spence and Crawford will be tough fights, but I'm backing, if those fights happen right now, I'm backing Boots Ennis to win. Simple. I don't care. Like, you can't have it one way. David Benavidez fights nobody and everybody says, oh, well, David Benavidez is the truth. He'll beat Canelo. But, like, this guy who looks far better than Benavidez, far better. He looks far more fundamentally sound. He looks extraordinary in every department. Like, you're telling me this guy won't beat Spence and Crawford? Come on. Lay off. Lay off. The guy is special. The guy is special. Like, I haven't been so excited for a boxer. I haven't bigged up a boxer like this in a while. I am so excited about Jaron Boots Ennis' future. And what I like about the guy even more is the guy is so humble. He's so down to earth. And I hope he stays like this. I hope he stays like this. Because the guy will be appreciated. The guy will be respected. Look, it might not be the best way to sell his fights. It might not be the best way to become a global brand. But look, I don't think Jaron Boots Ennis has got it in him to start trash talking. Look, he can do his bit. Look, he said to Errol Spence, Mr. Big Fish has got to come out. So, you know, he can talk when he needs to. But he's not a guy that's going to go trash talk. He doesn't need to. His boxing for him does it in the ring. An incredible talent. An incredible talent. I just hope that he gets the fights that he deserves right away. Because he's 24 years of age. He's ready. He's ready. Let's be honest. You know, I was listening to an interview from his dad. His dad's name is Boozy Ennis. And his dad was saying that we just want to fight one of Spencer Crawford right now. Really, we're ready. You know, they're great fighters and we want to be called great fighters. You know, we want to be called a great fighter. He's talking about his son. So, for me, like, Ennis is ready now for the you know, stabilizers to come off and get in the ring with these big boys. Because, like I said, I don't really think there's anyone in the welterweight division that beats him. He's too big. He's too fluid. He's too smooth. He's too fast. He punches too hard. The guy's an extraordinary talent. The guy's an extraordinary talent. He's a machine. And I don't see anyone stopping this machine anytime soon. I think he's too big. I think he's too big for them. I think he's so skillful. You know, I know Makai once said that Virgil Ortiz would beat him. Virgil Ortiz would get knocked out in 5-6 rounds. This guy is surreal. He's a special talent. And one of the best I've seen. One of the best young prospects I've ever seen. The guy oozes class. He oozes class. Wow. You know, America have a serious talent on their hands, and I just hope they don't waste him. They don't waste him. They use him effectively, because this guy is, he's big time. He is big time. You know, he's fighting on Showtime, and he's big time, without question. He's, like I said, one of the best talents I've seen in a very long time. And he needs all the big fights. And listen, he might even go up weight, and he might even do Charlo right now. I'm telling you, the guy's no joke. The guy's no joke. Boots Ennis, I think someone said to me that Boots Ennis said he wants to be undisputed in 4 weight classes. You know, don't cut the man off. The guy is so gifted, so naturally talented. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Not in 4 weight classes. I mean, that's a bit too far stretched, but I could definitely see him doing it in 2. I can definitely see him being in 2, and I can definitely see him becoming a title holder in 4 weight classes. Because firstly, the guy's a huge welterweight. He's a massive welterweight. But Spence and Crawford, I'm very confident. And I rate Spence and Crawford. You guys know this, but I'm so confident he beats Spence and Crawford right now. So confident. Like, I feel like he cleans them out. Like, I do. I just don't see how they would stop a machine like that. You know, people say, oh, well, you know, this guy's levels above those levels that you're talking about. The guy is surreal, you know. And when people say that Boots Ennis has fought nobody wants to get in. Nobody's gonna at the minute gonna want to get in the ring with him. He's high risk, low reward. Who's gonna want to get, like, why is Crawford gonna want to fight Boots Ennis? Why? But you never see Crawford talking about Boots Ennis. You never see, like, Spence talking about Boots Ennis. When do you ever see those guys talking about these guys? This guy? When? Because they know deep down that it's a fight that doesn't need to be taken right now. It's not a big enough fight commercially. It's dangerous. And he doesn't bring a lot from a legacy standpoint because he's a young kid coming up. You know? Like Kell Brook, when Errol Spence forced himself into a mandatory position, but Kell Brook wanted the Amir Khan fight because it was a bigger fight. Financially, it was a bigger fight for a legacy point of view for Kell as well. You know, whereas someone like Boots, I mean, someone like Errol Spence at the time wasn't, because Errol Spence wasn't champion. He was a highly rated guy, you know, but he wasn't a champion. And for me, I just think that Boots Ennis is the same for Errol Spence. What Kell Brook, even though Kell Brook wasn't an established champion like Errol Spence is now. Errol Spence is a unified. He holds 3 belts. You know, he's an established world champion. You know, what I would call an established, proper world champion. Something that Kell Brook really wasn't, because Kell Brook didn't really have a resume. Kell Brook didn't really have the resume, and he didn't fight the guys that Errol Spence has fought. You know, but you know, I felt like Kell Brook looked at Spence probably the same way that Spence looks at Ennis. That it's a high risk, low reward. But Kell in the end took the fight. And look, maybe Errol Spence needs to take a Boots Ennis fight, because that might be a legacy fight, because Boots Ennis might go on to become one of the greats. Boots Ennis might go on to become something special in the future. So Errol Spence might, look, it might be, if Errol Spence can beat Boots Ennis, what Boots Ennis might go on to achieve may make Spence even greater. So for me, Spence should take that fight. I think if he fights Crawford, maybe a fight. I reckon they'll meet, because I reckon Boots will go up to 154. So I reckon that fight will happen anyway. I can't see that fight not happening. I think the fight is so big and Boots Ennis is so good that I think Boots could potentially, like, Boots is probably going to stay at 147 until he probably cleans up. You know, and then he'll probably move up as well. So I don't know, but maybe for a fight with Spence, he may move up right away. Who knows, you know? Because that's a big money fight. It's a big fight. It's a fight which he'll gain a lot of recognition in, Ennis. But yeah, man, honestly, Ennis is the real deal, guys. Ennis is the real deal. That man's no joke. Don't say that Ennis is a hype job, or Ennis is no. This guy is he's off the Rector chart, man. This guy is something special. He's something special, and he needs to be tested. We need to see him tested now. We need to see him in there with a big name. Big name. But no one's going to fight him. I'm thinking, is Danny going to fight him? No. Is Thurman going to fight him? No. Is Spence going to fight him? No. Is Crawford going to fight him? The answer's no. You know, none of them are going to want to fight him, because what do they gain fighting him? Unless he gets himself in a mandatory position, which I believe he is now positioned in with the IBF. What's he really gaining fighting those guys? Nothing really. So yeah, look, I hope Boots Ennis gets his big fight, because he deserves it. He's a great fighter, a fighter who I think is going to be pound for pound #1 very soon, in 4 or 5 years time. I think he'll be there or thereabouts in terms of pound for pound. Yeah, for me, a special talent. I do believe so. I do believe he's a special fighter, and I believe he could potentially beat him all. You know, he could beat them all. I still stick by it. I think he beats Errol Spence and Terence Crawford out welterweight. I do. I do. And I don't see anyone stopping this kid. And like I said, I think he could potentially even beat Charlo right now. This kid is a great fighter. I'm telling you. It's not like, you know, you see up prospects coming through that are great, but you know, this is not a normal prospect. This is not a normal prospect. My eyes don't lie to me. This is not one of your regular up-and-coming prospects. This is something different. You know, something different, something special. Your eyes don't lie to you. My eyes don't lie to me. I watched enough boxing to know when I see something that's a bit different to what I normally see when you see a young up-and-coming hot prospect coming up. Yeah, it's not the fact that he's winning, it's the way he's winning and how beautiful he's looking doing it. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Smash the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.